So summer is in full swing, so I want to take a little bit of time to do two things. One, give you an update on where I am, mainly with content, what's YouTube gonna look like for the rest of the year. And then two, I realized I've never done like an EDC pocket dump or what I carry around. So I want to do like a normal EDC video to show you guys what I carry. I'm in Maryland, so it's a very different situation than a lot of other states. Mainly, I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna pull everything out and show you guys. Then I realized I'll probably end up in jail if I do that. So I'm gonna head back home and do an EDC pocket dump, show you guys what I'm carrying, a little bit of the why behind that, and then also get into where have I been, what have I been doing, where can you check out some content, how can you interact with me, what the rest of the year is gonna look like, and a bunch of stuff like that. So I'm going to leave this creepy parking garage and I'm gonna head back to the studio so we can talk about that. I am back. I was driving, and while I was out, a Ford dealership by me has the new Bronco. So I was like, that's why it took so long. I stopped there, took some pictures, some video. Anyway, so I wanted to sit down and talk with you guys about two things. One, where have I been? What have I been doing? And then two, what's my EDC? What have I been carrying around this summer? So where have I been? What's been going on with the videos? Since the end of 2019, I've really been spinning up my video work, and around that time I was like, I'm not really looking to take on any clients, not really looking to do any work. And then a few people who wanted to work with me, I'm like, I actually would work with you, reached out to me. And then beginning of 2020, it really started to pick up, and that's when Guns and stuff started. So since pretty much the beginning of this year, I've been doing a good amount of video work for different gun companies, people, content creators, all kinds of stuff like that. And that's where the majority of my gun time has been spent. At this point, I'm really just locked into Thursdays with Guns and stuff, and them doing different individual products and things like that. But as far as weekly videos, it's been honestly really tough for me to get out consistent content. For me, I really want the product that I put out on YouTube to be at a certain standard. I feel like when people watch a YouTube video, it needs to be longer, it's better production value. Instagram, I can just set up a camera, talk, throw some music, color grade it, and call it a day. When I'm doing stuff here on YouTube, I need it to be more. I need it to be more engaging. I just want it to be of a higher quality. There's a lot of people putting a lot of great stuff out here, and I just there's a standard that I want to have and uphold. So the future of this channel will be, hopefully, I'm trying to stick to 2 videos a month and then maybe a video a week. I have a lot of stuff that I would like to do content on, a lot of gun stuff, a lot of people. I'm traveling a good bit. I'm thinking about like maybe transitioning more to like vlogs where I'm traveling and giving you guys behind the scenes and stuff like that. But it's really based on my schedule and availability to edit. You're probably gonna see more content coming out over the next few weeks. I have a good amount of videos that need to go up, I need to edit and work on, and my schedule has opened up. So end of July, beginning of August, my schedule's really opened up, so I should be able to get some more content out to you guys. So that's where I've been with YouTube and uploading stuff here. I'm gonna spend some time really digging into YouTube Shorts. I have a lot of short form tall content from Guns and stuff over on Instagram, so I'm gonna be populating a lot of that over here. It doesn't take any time, and short seems to be where a lot of people are trying, so I'm gonna try that in addition to hopefully twice a month a cool, interesting video like this one. This one isn't really cool yet, but it hopefully should get more interesting with my EDC. So my EDC, starting out with the watch. The watch that I've been wearing more recently is the G-Shock GA2100 with the carbon core guard. I'm a big fan of these watches. I really like how thin they are. I really like the way they feel on my wrist. I love watches, but I'm not a big fan of obtrusive watches. Like, I have metal watches with bracelets, but that's just an occasion watch. If I'm just running out, I don't want something big and clunky on my wrist. So these watches have been really great. I've really enjoyed wearing them. They're somewhat difficult to get a hold of, but if you know where to get them and you watch the releases, you shouldn't have any problem grabbing one. So for my headphones, it's weird, everyone like carries headphones with them now. So I'm just rocking a standard pair of AirPods. These are actually like the cheapest pair of AirPods that you can get. I have nice noise canceling headphones. I have nice workout headphones. So these are really just a pair of headphones that I can have on me in my pocket that I can take work calls on if I'm out and about and need to be hands-free. That's really the only thing that I use these for, as a nicer set or a nicer headset that I can take work calls on if I'm running around. My phone is an iPhone 12, the standard, not the mini, not the plus, normal iPhone 12 with as much memory as they could stick in it, and then it's also in this life-proof case. I haven't really been the biggest fan of life-proof cases. The older ones, I bent a lot of my cell phones because the way the life-proof cases were set up, they relied on the rigidity of your cell phone so that the case wouldn't bend. I need something that has rigidity built in. So this is the harder life-proof case, still super thin. It's not obtrusive, not in my pocket, and I feel it a lot. But these ones, it is a rigid case and it won't bend. On my last phone, I ran into like a corner wall and like the phone bent. So I don't have to worry about anything like that. So really big fan of these cases. The other case that I really like are the Pelican cases. I've been running those for the past 2 or 3 years. Big fan of the Pelican cases. For a flashlight, I am running the Streamlight ProTac X. So this is a polymer housing light, but it's 600 lumens. This light is super bright. I really like this light. Out of everything in my EDC, I think I use a light the most. And if you're going to be EDCing or carrying stuff, I think a light should be one of the first things you get. It's 50 state legal, it's TSA approved, and there's a lot that you can do with a light. So there are a lot of great options, there are a lot of okay options. When it comes to handheld lights, there aren't that many options that I'll say, no, don't buy that, that's no good, skip that option. So so when it comes to handheld lights, grab what you can afford. You can spend $400 on a light easily. This light I think was like $60. I got it from Bass Pro. You can go a lot higher with lights, you can go a lot lower with lights. For me, if it's gonna be a handheld light, I really don't wanna go under 400 lumens because I need this to go out far and do some very specific things, even self-defense things. So this one's 600 lumens. That's a really great area. 1,000 is good, but like 600 you can do a lot with. So for me, when I'm EDCing, I would need a light that has a lot of output. It is on the bigger side. It has a little bit bigger head. And when it comes to skinny jeans, this isn't always the best option, but it's not too obtrusive. So for my knife, I'm carrying a Benchmade blade. I believe this is the Mini Griptilian. Now, I don't like this. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a knife person. So much so that I almost took pride in buying really cheap knives, like $20. I'm good to go and happy. And this is my first quality, I'm not even gonna say high-end, but my first quality knife. And I didn't want to like this knife. I'm a cheap person. I just like finding the best option that will do that's less than what everyone else is saying is the best thing. That being said, this has quickly turned into my favorite blade, and like most things I say, I get it. The price difference for these knives compared to smaller knives is shown in the build materials and the quality of the assembly of the knife. As most people do, I fidget with these knives all the time, and besides lint getting into it and having to clean it, like, these knives are like perfect. The thing that really kind of blew me away about this knife is how well it has maintained an edge. I'm used to using a knife, then after 3-4 weeks I have to get it sharpened because it's dull, it's not doing what it's supposed to. If I look at this knife sideways, it will cut me, and I've run this knife consistently for a while now. So not super thrilled about the fact that it's worth the price, but I'm a big fan of that bench made up. I'm probably going to grab a Spyderco Para next because I really like the Spyderco blades. But I wanted to grab a Benchmade I really wanted to grab an expensive knife just to say, yeah, it's not worth it, but yeah, it's worth it. All right, so my EDC gun. Currently, right now, what I'm carrying, my everyday carry, is my Glock 19. I call it, lovingly, affectionately call it to the AC9. So it's rocking. I'm not gonna go into this gun. You've seen it. There's a whole video on it. I'm gonna link it up here if you want to see the video talking about this gun. Or is it up here? The link's gonna be somewhere up here. So, but yes, I'm running this gun pretty much the way that I talked about it in the video. I added an Enforce 8 PLC that I carry every day. Besides that, this gun is exactly the way that when I designed it and put it together, it's the exact same gun. I love this gun. Thousands and thousands and thousands of rounds through it. I'm pretty sure I haven't cleaned it since that video, but I lube it every week, and this gun hasn't failed me. It works great. People ask, can you EDC a super Gucci gun? Yes, you can. I did this gun to the 9s, but I also made sure that all the important stuff that I need to be reliable is reliable. So that's the gun that I'm carrying. I'm currently rocking Federal HST. I have some Hornady Critical Defense that I'm probably going to be switching over to. I've heard a lot of great things about it, and it's a 115 grain round. But I have to do some more shooting with it just to make sure that this gun likes it. I'm sure that it will, but I always want to test my carry ammo in my gun before I carry it. Don't want to have to pull my gun out to find out the ammo doesn't work. The holster that I'm rocking is this bougie black Louis Vuitton print from QVO Tactical. I'm a big fan of the QVO stuff, and they actually brought out a double clip holster, so I'm probably going to be switching over to that one pretty soon. I believe this is the more discreet model, so these things disappear when you put them on. Super comfortable, really great holsters. Order and the lead times, the lead times somewhat vary. I will say this about QVO holsters, a lot of people are waiting for Black Friday to order a holster. That is the worst time to order a holster. The 30 bucks that you will save buying that holster will have your lead times pushed way further out because everyone's waiting to save 30 bucks. So spend the money now and get the holster a lot sooner. Additionally to that, I do have a coupon code for QVO Tactical. I think it's Guns and Stuff 10, so use that, you can get 10% off a holster. So the last question I get a lot is, do I carry medical for my EDC? The answer is yes and no. So this is my backpack. It is a Brevity runner or jumper, I don't remember. This is not an EDC or a gun backpack. This is a camera bag. Like if you open the bottom of it, there's camera gear inside. So this is the backpack that I carry all the time. I always have it on me, and inside, I need to do a backpack video where I talk about what's in this bag, what do I carry, because there's some cool stuff in this bag. But inside my bag, I'll have a tourniquet and I'll have medical in my bag all the time. And whenever I'm out and about, that bag is always with me, so I know what I have and I know where it is. But on my physical person, I'm usually not carrying medical. I feel like when it comes to a lot of people in the gun community, there's an idea and a thought of what you should do because it's a really good idea, and then there's the actual application of it. Whatever you do, you need to make sure that it works for you and you can do it consistently. If a Glock 17 is the best option for you, but you don't want to carry it because it's huge, that's not the best option for you because you're not going to carry it a lot. A lot of people will say, well, you need to get a big gun, the biggest gun that you can shoot comfortably. Yes, it needs to be the biggest gun you can shoot comfortably that you want to carry every day. There are guns that are a lot bigger and that shoot a lot better than a Glock 19, but I'm not going to carry them because I don't really want to. So putting this EDC together was a lot less of what's the best thing specifically for this one task, and more of what's the best thing for this task that I'll consistently use. So a lot of people will carry medical in their back pocket. That's just not realistic for me. I'm not going to do that. So I don't want to set a plan in place that I know I can't stick to. So when it comes down to EDC, really, it's what works best for you and what can you carry comfortably. Like for me, my stream light, the other one I was carrying was a lot more comfortable, but I've found out by using this light to just like look for stuff around, I prefer more lumens to a more comfortable light. But with my gun, I was carrying a smaller gun, and I'm like, I prefer a bigger gun that I know and have 100% confidence in. So EDC is going to change, what you're doing is going to change, your knowledge base is going to change, and it's really based on what you're doing specifically, where you live, how you're living your life, what your family dynamic is like. All that stuff will play into your EDC. So with that being said, drop in the comments below what you're carrying and why. I at least want to know if you're carrying a light, what light you're running, if you're carrying a knife, what knife you're running, and if you're carrying a gun, what gun you're running. So if you have any questions, the best way to catch me is probably going to be on Instagram. I'm usually hanging out there more. And make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So hopefully I will be uploading something coming very soon. I have a good stack of videos lined up, some really cool stuff, some really cool companies. I'm supposed to be doing some projects with some cool companies, and that's gonna be really cool. Also, I'm shooting a lot of videos and a lot of content with a lot of people. So let me know in the comments also if you want to see the other stuff that I've been doing in the gun industry, or if you just want to see me on here talking. All right, catch you guys next time.